Stories about teens involved in crime in New Orleans, but rarely do we hear directly from the teenagers who are involved. Tonight, we hear their voices.
Yeah, students at the Travis Hill School, that's inside the New Orleans Juvenile Justice Center. They recently participated in a competition. They competed against students across the country, and they won. And
their work is giving us a window into a world that's mostly unseen, one that could help New Orleans stop crime before it happens and change the path of our city's youth. Here's Whitney Miller.
It takes a village to raise a child. Like, no child should be left unneeded.
Behind the walls of the New Orleans Juvenile Detention Center are voices trying desperately to be heard.
I was living life fast. I was living life because I was running from emotions.
Emotions these teens say got them caught up in the juvenile justice system.
It's okay to have emotions. You don't need to use drugs to run from your emotions. That's normal. It's normal to cry. It's normal for males to want to just scream like that. It's okay. Like, whoever told y'all that that's not man enough for you to cry, don't believe them.
These are some of the tough lessons the young men and women enrolled in the Travis Hill School have had to learn.
My situation was real hard. And yeah, it took for me to have a sit down, but this sit down changed my life. Like, I look at life in a whole different lens. And the street's not it.
Now off the streets and behind bars, this group of young people are working towards rehabilitation.
We understand how it is to feel alone, depressed, stressed, and things like that. And our parents go through these things every day.
They say their parents and their peers have at some point or another dealt with mental illness, an issue they say is sparking violence and unrest in their communities.
Because our parents suffer with mental health, and like our community experiences and just life experiences, like we know how it is to like deal with mental health.
They use that knowledge to help them brainstorm a solution.
What we want to try to tackle is we want to tackle the problems that adults face before it spreads to the children.
They call themselves the Voices Behind the Walls. And through a nationwide competition called the Aspen Challenge, these teens created a comprehensive plan to address mental health.
Most of our difficulties and problems and things like that is because parents, they not more of a communicating to their children, and it's just a lack of ability to need to know what's going on in the community and between their household.
They named their idea Ladders to Success. It addresses topics like financial literacy, therapy, grief, and trauma.
We, as incarcerated youth, are behind these walls, but we feel like since the community look at us as whatever they label us as, all these different stereotypes, we know who we truly are behind these walls, and we feel like we could step up and we could voice how we really feel.
The first team that's winning the first place prize, they're not here with us today. This is Travis Hill School.
That was a happiness that I ain't felt in a long time. Like, you could feel the happiness in a room.
School principal Chanel Dowling says the win highlights just how capable these young people are.
The journey was a process. The journey required them, and it challenged them to think. It required that they reflect on their own personal and lived experiences. But with their tenacity, with their grit, with their hustle, they can do anything.
I hope that the community hear our cries of what's going on. Like, I hope the community see us for who we actually are and not who our situation portrays to people.
In New Orleans, Whitney Miller, Eyewitness News.
Big congratulations to them. Great stuff. Well, this restaurant